Hey man, you need to hear this. If you're looking for fast, cheap, and reliable MUT coins, I highly recommend to check out my sponsor, DMC, Discount MUT Coins, and use code 187 for 10% off at checkout.
Let's get this bad boy underway.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know if you saw, but on his lineup, there's actually a fourth Marvin Harrison snuck in as the fourth receiver. So I want to see how he uses these four receivers on his team. I don't know if he's using Dante Hall as maybe a stamina guy or just coming out in some spread sets. I want to see what he does with these four receivers.
As these guys get their depth chart set, let's take a look at the previous winners of the Rams Club Championship. Prime time in Madden 18, Eli, who came up just short this year, took it last year. So, Matt, we're getting to crown a brand new Rams Club champion.
Very similar to the 49ers just a few hours ago. A new champion for a new team. Let's see what happens.
Both these players getting their first taste of a live event. And Matt, as we said in the pregame, listen, everybody may be looking at it right now as Beast Mode Mac, the one to beat. He's got this locked up, but the last 2 days have taught us that you still got to win it on the field, and anything can happen here in the game of John Madden football.
Is guaranteed. And that's why you got to be so focused. You can't make any mistakes. If you let a mistake cost you a game, man, that is the worst feeling in the world.
As these guys look ready to go, the depth charts are set, helmets are buckled, and we're ready for 20 minutes of game action here in semifinal number 2. So happy to have you along with us. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Hope you've enjoyed these last 2 days, packed with Madden action. As these guys finishing setting up their substitutions. Little gentleman's agreement there not to take that delay of game.
Not sure.
And we're going to get Truz on the offensive side of the ball to kick this one off. Truz and SSickend a combined $0 in career MCS earnings. So these guys already ahead of the game. Got to be feeling good about being here in sunny San Francisco.
And this is a very strange start to the defense here.
Looking over the middle, looking for Moss.
Give me that, let's go.
That's Troy Polamalu, first play of the game, and we've already got ourselves a turnover. Man, a dangerous throw into double coverage.
Yeah, and I was just mentioning how strange the defense was, but it worked. As we saw, that mesh post setup that we've seen every single West Coast bunch player run, and we've seen it actually thrown just like this a few different times this tournament, and it's resulted in picks. People do not want to take their checkdowns, and it's resulting in tip picks over the middle of the field, and you just can't have that.
Pretty sure that's how my wife described me to her parents. He looks pretty strange, but it works. It works. It's high praise. As now, how do you recover from your first play going just so disastrously? A turnover on play number 1.
Well, you have to play defense, and then when you get back on offense, just don't do that again. You had an open guy. He's right in the line of sight. You're looking at him. It's a high-low, and they're both standing over each other. Just pick the right one.
Each and every drive, each and every play, a learning experience. Here in the game of Madden NFL 20.
And this is an interesting formation to set audibles for. The I-Pro in the Oakland Raiders playbook. There's not much there that I've seen a lot of people run, but maybe we'll see some this game.
He's going to come out in the shotgun formation. Aaron Rodgers at the helm. 3 wide receivers. Tony Pollard at halfback on his left hip. Great field position at the 41-yard line. Rodgers stepping left. Looking. He's got Holt down the field. Oh, we almost had 2 plays, 2 picks. But Alexander's feet not in bounds.
And that's a tough break. You definitely feel like you just earned a stop on defense, making up for that pick on offense, and he just can't come with it in bounds.
These 2 relative newcomers trying to shake off a little bit of the nerves. Nice easy pass underneath, finding Hall, picks up a couple.
And right there, something I call the franchise special, because there's just 2 crossers going over the middle of the field. It'll take 7 seconds to throw, but he had the drag and checked it down for a good completion.
Now a 3rd and 5 for SSickend. Rodgers waiting, looking right side, looking for a hold over the top.
Let's go!
Drop it in the bucket on top.
And now we see why he used those two crossers. Instead of using those short posts that don't actually pull up those outside deep quarter zones, they're able to get over the top, and that's how he's able to bomb that coverage right there. Now, something worth noting in that drive is he kind of answered my question of why he had 4 receivers. He's using that Dante Hall at tight end to give you a fast, elusive player at tight end who can make easy yards on flat passes.
As we look at this one more time, we've talked about the return of the Mac. Right here, the return of the pass.
Dot! Let's go!
That's a great way to shake off the nerves. Throw yourself a little touchdown pass. And now how does Truz respond? Pick on the first play of the game. Gives up a touchdown on his first defensive drive. Vic, left side. Nice little diving play there, picks up 8.
And I think we're going to see this a lot from SSickend. He's going to try and get these linebackers in the gaps so he's able to get pressure whenever he wants and able to also play coverage defense from the same exact look.
Now a 2nd and 2 as he flips the bunch over to the right side. Vic, rolling right, looking downfield, has a man. Randy Moss, 2 feet inbounds, a tightrope act as a big play for Truz. He's in phenomenal scoring position.
And that's just too easy. You're sitting in cover 2 every single play. A player like Truz is going to take advantage of that. He's seen this look before. He's going to know how to attack it.
Now, a lot of people in the chat have been begging for the pass game to make a return. We're going to see a lot of it in this semifinal number 2. 7-0, SSickend on top, Truz with the ball. Vic, only a 3-man rush. Tries to take off, avoids the middle linebacker, and slides down. Don't want to take a hit with the quarterback.
Yeah, we've seen what happens when you take hits with Michael Vick. Very good slide. It's worth mentioning because, again, we've seen what happens when you don't. Likes to flip his bunch nearly every play from what I'm seeing.
Vic on 2nd and 6, steps up, look at the corner out, has a man, Tyreek Hill into the end zone, and just like that, Truz with a phenomenal response, this kick to tie it up.
Absolutely, and Truz said, well, if you're gonna run the same defense, I'm gonna run the same offense. If you can't stop me, then I'm gonna keep going back to that deep corner route over the top, near the sidelines, and split those cover 2 defenders.
Matt, the last couple of days, the defenses have been on display, but early in this one, we're seeing offensive renaissance between Truz and SSickend.
Absolutely, and today we've seen a few different games where cover 2 defenses have gotten exposed, and this is no different.
Boy, the tough part about that one is he threw it to Hill on the corner out, but he had the seam right between the safeties as well. You can't defend both of them.
Either or were wide open. He had 2 to choose from.
Can't defend both of them, so he decided to defend neither of them. Rodgers finds Hill underneath, picks up a couple. Nice, easy pass to start this drive off.
And he's utilizing this one main route combo with these 2 crossers. Curious to see what else he does to branch off, and he's going to bunch tight end already as I say that. Never mind.
As quickly as you say it, it's as quickly as it changes. Rodgers at the helm. 3-man rush. Left side, that's Hall in open space. Gets near midfield, call him right at midfield.
Yeah, and that's just a great, good, high-low design by SSickend right there. Similar to a old deuce-close route combo that we've seen in years past with the PA misdirection play, just out of the gun-tight formation.
Oh, folks, make sure you let everybody know on Twitter that the pass game is back in this game. You're not going to want to miss this one as these teams airing it out. Truz and SSickend tied at 7.
There's no fullback dive in the set, so this has to be a pass.
Yep, and there's Rodgers dropping back to pass. Looking right side, tight coverage. Ward doesn't make the play, but Harrison does.
Oh, Truz, he's got to be mad, and you can hear him. He feels like he definitely earned a stop right there, but the ball goes right past him. SSickend moving the ball downfield.
Nothing worse than seeing your defender make that possession animation, but not seeing the ball in his hands. Is this our first run of the game, and it's a loss of 4?
Maybe that's why they're not running.
No disrespect to Tony Pollard, the rookie, Dallas Cowboy, the former Memphis Tiger.
And right back into that gun tight.
Listen, he tried the run once.
Look at this. I mentioned back and run tight. He goes to bunch tight end. What's going on?
Rodgers in the shotgun. Holt in motion. 4-man rush. Look at right side. He's got Harrison, but Denzel Ward says no way. Jose gets up. He can return it past the 15, out of bounds at the 19-yard line. Another interception.
Now I want to quote SSickend here. Dot. That was not a dot. I don't know why he thought that guy was open. He was not open. That was a
Are you talking about Denzel Ward? He looked pretty open right
there.
now.
Denzel Ward was wide open, right in between the receiver and the quarterback. Perfect designed route combo straight to the corner.
Oh, this ain't looking like I said.
Now it's got to feel nice to get one back after he thought he had one earlier in the drive. 1st and 10. This is what we've come to know and love, the fullback dive for no gain.
Randy Moss back in the backfield.
Right where he was meant to play. We've reached the end of one. 7-7 here in semifinal number 2 for the right to take on Beast Mode Mac. And one try back into the gun bunch. Vic looks left side, finds Ross underneath, picks up 4.
That was a cool little route combo. It was designed to be a natural screen. He didn't throw it in the perfect time, so the running back didn't end up blocking. But that was the play design there by the looks of it.
The bells are chiming, means it's a key 3rd and 6. SSickend looking to get a stop after the interception. Truz looking to cash in. Flips the bunch to the right side, splits Moss out wide right. Vic looks right side. He has Ross, but a big hit pries that ball free.
And that brings up 4th and 6, and
looks like it's going to be a punt.
He feels like he's kind of earned 2 or 3 stops now. You know, just earn another one.
We've got punting, we've got passing. What is this game? We entered Bizarro Madden 20?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Well.
Yeah, there it is.
Now the interception ends up not hurting SSickend, as he'll get the ball back. 4:09 to go on the 36-yard line.
Looks like Truz in 1-4-6 on defense. Got everybody at the line of scrimmage to simulate easy pressure.
Get all those players on the line, and SSickend's going to take his 2nd timeout of the half. Now, Matt, for the people at home maybe watching competitive Madden for the first time, what does flipping that bunch back and forth do?
Well, really, it does a couple different things. If somebody comes out in auto flip, it's going to be very hard for them to keep up with bunch flipped.
Rodgers looks to the corner out looking for a hold, but Alexander, great coverage.
So, for example, they come out with their bunch to the right. Your nickel defender, who is your +1 defender, follows him to that side of the field when you have auto flip on. Well, when you flip the formation in game, that defender doesn't move with them, so you get numbers advantage.
A 2nd and 10 for Aaron Rodgers. Waiting, looking, good protection up front. Throws it into tight coverage. Could have been a pick going the other way. Instead, it falls harmlessly to the ground.
That's it.
And some of those great route combos we saw earlier have disappeared. I don't know what's going on these past few plays, but those routes were just all running straight into each other. You can't have that if you want to win a game.
Now on 3rd and 10. Rodgers rolling out left, looking over the top, looking for a hole. Alexander says, thank you very much. Is it already Christmas time around here? A present for the defense.
That's 7, come on.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what he saw there. It was the same exact one that we saw on the right side of the field before. He's throwing it like it's a deep corner, but it's just not a deep corner route. It's not getting over the top of those defenders.
Now 1st and 10 for Truz with the ball. Looking left side. Can
Get
over there. Can't get the feet in bounds. There's passing all over the place, and all sorts of different players are catching it.
Yeah, and that was a great user by SSickend. He took away the streak, which made Truzy hold the ball before he threw that corner out, and at that point, the safety was able to recover.
Vic on 2nd and 10 finds Ross underneath and picks up maybe a yard.
Offense coming very difficult this game.
Unfortunately, all these people at home watching this game going, the pass is back. They're watching how it's gone so far. They go, maybe they should have run the ball. 3rd and 9, Vic.
Come on,
looking right side. Finds Ross.
Come on.
Nice throw in between bracket coverage.
And that was just a great possession catch right there. If he allows himself to get hit right there, that could very easily have been a knockout and put himself on 4th down.
Instead, Ross able to make the catch. Now Truz in plus territory. Big. Rolling left, trying to get away from the defender. It's got some room, picks up 5, picks up 9, out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Yeah, and you're starting to see SSickend adjust a little more. Before he's running more of that stock cover 2 style defense. Now he's manning up players, using a little farther back so he won't just have those easy, free, deep completions.
Need 7, come on.
It's both these guys hydrating up. No, we're going to hit the 2-minute warning. Matt, this has been a back and forth affair. Not particularly clean football, but different football.
Yeah, it's interesting. We're seeing SSickend try and utilize a concept that was able to score on, but just with the wrong plays, which I find very strange. He's using those deep crossers to get over those press deep zones in that first drive.
How about a little fullback dive?
Yep, converting.
Throwback to just a game before.
Yep. So he's using those really deep routes to get over those deep outside zone coverages. Well, now he's using shorter routes, and they just aren't clearing them. And he's still throwing them like they're open, and I just don't know why.
Minute 33 and counting in the first half. On the left side, that's Tyreek Hill. He'll pick up 4.
And just a quick, simple high-low flood. Attack the flats and move on to 2nd down.
Let's go.
Run play, Tony Pollard nowhere to go. It's been rough running for Pollard. 2 carries, minus 6 yards.
Yeah, it's like every time we mention they should be running one. Maybe just offense is not in the cards this game.
3rd and 7 for Truz. Trying to get some room with Vic, trying to pick up the first down. He does, and more. Out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Finally seeing him start to move the ball with the escape artist at quarterback.
That was a great scramble. He saw that the spy was just going to be way too slow to keep up with Michael Vick, and he took advantage of that.
Oh, but pressure around the outside. And who else but the Mutt Hall of Famer, Troy Apke, with the sack. And
now you're really starting to see SSickend adjust a lot on defense. That's really the first time we've seen him bring pressure. And he was able to capitalize on it. He got the first real sack of the game. Let's see if he continues to send more pressure going into the 2nd half.
The air raid attack on full display here in our 2nd semifinal. 7-7, Truz on the drive. We've seen a couple interceptions. We've seen some questionable reads, but we've seen the passing game here. Look at the right side, looking for Moss. Tight coverage, but I'd trust 84 more than anyone in double coverage.
Yeah, but I'd rather throw to someone that isn't double covered. And that's kind of what just happened, but he was able to get away with it. He's now on a 3rd and 5.
Truz has been able to pick up a couple 3rd downs on this drive as near the end of the first half. Vic stepping up, can't get away, balls on the ground, picked up Montez Sweat, and he's got some room. Can Ross run him down? 45, he's to be taken out shy of the 50. A huge turnover, a swing in momentum as Montez Sweat picks up the candy on the floor.
Wow. I mean, he was in field goal range. You cannot have that. You can't lose free points, especially at the end of the half.
Back and forth we go, and we're not even at halftime. Can SSickend find a way to put some points on the board? Rogers. Good blocking on the interior, but nowhere to go. The coverage good downfield. Waiting, he's got all the time in the world, looks over the middle of the field, he has Pollard, a possession catch, what a throw across his body, and Tony Pollard with the sliding catch, but the runoff gets him. What a way to finish the half.
Yeah, I didn't even realize his timeouts were gone. For a second, I thought he got a clean, free 3 points right after that fumble that nearly put him into field goal range itself, but he did stop Truz from scoring 3, so that's still a win regardless.
Play some offense.
What a finish to the half. We end as we started. Tie ball game.
And to think he was going to be down coming into this 2nd half. Now he's tied with ball.
Now SSickend has been fired up. Let's take a listen.
Let's go. Crib this. Crib this. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sweat. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm waiting for the moment here in Madden NFL franchise. They allow you to hook up a microphone and yell at your players. because there's some guys out here that would certainly get the ratings up by encouraging their players to run a little faster. A nice throw on first down, already at midfield.
And I like that change. He went from using corner routes to short post routes with the clear out. So instead of trying to get over those deep zones, he's trying to get under them, and that was just a clean, easy completion.
Handoff on 1st and 10. Pollard trying to find some room. There's just not a whole lot over there.
Well, I mean, that's positive yards. That's the first positive gain on a run with a non-quarterback this game.
It's been a wild one here in semifinal number 2. Don't forget, coming up next, we have our Rams Club Championship final. Beast Mode Mac waiting for the winner of this game. Rogers finds Charles on the hitch. No need to take any hits. We don't need a fumble.
Charles.
In charge.
Interesting.
Think anyone gets the Charles in charge reference at all? Do you get the Charles in charge reference?
Next question.
All right. 1st and 10. So we're still all tied up. It has been a little bit of a turnover gate here in semifinal number 2. Splits Pollard wide right. Rogers dropping back. 3-man rush. Looks over the middle. He finds Pollard.
I'm very confused with the route combo, but he took his check down there. And when he got one like that, that's all you really can do. He had so many routes kind of running into each other. That was strange, but he was able to gain 6 yards and move on to the next play.
2nd and 4.
Clowney, come on, Clowney.
Gives back half of
Let's
it.
go, please, give me a block shed.
Yeah, and that's why you don't see a lot of people run that formation, because that's you want to gain yards, and he just didn't even come close right there.
How about a 3rd and 8 for SSickend? Showing pressure with Lewis. Play clock under 10 as Rogers takes the snap. Rolling right. Looking downfield. Nobody there. Not quite an escape artist from Rogers, but he picks up 6.
Yeah, he's no Vic, but I mean, he made this 4th down and a really completable 4th and 2.
And a game with not a whole lot of scoring. He's going to go for it on 4th and short. Confident he can pick it up.
He's in field goal range, so he could kick 3 if he wanted, but he's not going to.
He's thinking about 6. Rogers dropping back, rolling left. Has a man. That's Tony Pollard to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on 4th and 2.
Yeah, he had both flats right there. Really strange to not see kind of a more shaded down coverage on that 4th and 2, but let's see. I mean, SSickend had 2 guys wide open. He made the right read.
We're nearing the 1-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. Appreciate all you hanging out with us. 1st and 10. Rogers looking at the corner out. He's got Harrison down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal. Might we see some points on the board?
It looks like we will. Truz been taking that away all game with man coverage. Right there he goes with the cover 3 look, and he's able to complete it.
Nick Mazesco, Matster Gamer, here in semifinal number 2.
Is this the tackle over formation? Oh, yeah, and he left it. Never mind.
Just stop talking about formations. Every time you mention one, the formation changes.
And he does it no other place. It's only the ones that I mention. What is going on?
28 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And don't forget, coming up next, we got our final.
I mean, Beast Mode looked great in that last game. Let's see how he handles himself going into that.
Shit, Calvin, come on.
Pollard trying to find some room up the middle. 4 carries, -9 yards. You're not reading that wrong. There's just been no room to run.
And we've yet to see actually what the red zone offense looks like. And if it's running the ball, that is not going to go well. And we've seen what happens when there's no threat of the run already. It still can't run the ball from either side.
Well, it's been a good 3 quarters. We've hit the 4th.
And I'm surprised looking at SSickend's team with all the receivers he has. He told me earlier that he thinks that Tyler Lockett is the best receiver in the NFL.
If we take a look at Beast Mode Mac, he is scouting his possible opponents. The final coming up next. Mac versus the winner of this game, and we've only got 5 minutes to go and still have no idea who's going to be taking on Mac in the Rams Club Championship final.
He really likes this Pollard motion.
Seen him hit him a couple times on a shallow cross. Not a whole lot of room to work inside the red zone, though. Rogers stepping back, looking over the middle. He finds Pollard for 9.
Shallow cross. They listen to you. They don't listen to me.
That is a bold plan. I have no professional Madden wins.
And it's definitely a bold strategy. Let's see how it pays off for him.
3rd and goal from the 1.
I'm not in goal line. Didn't change this time.
He hands it to Holt and nowhere to go. Now we're gonna have a 4th and goal in decision time.
You gotta kick 3. You gotta kick 3.
I promise you I got 7. Go for this, I promise
Fun
you I got
fact.
7.
He's taking 3.
Yeah, well, he listened.
Why are you taking 3 there? I mean, is it just purely because you haven't been able to move the ball offensively?
Give me a kicker.
Nobody
Get
has.
lucky. I want to be lucky.
So, like,
Come on.
you gotta kick the 3. Guaranteed points when you haven't moved and your opponent hasn't moved. 3 could win you the game.
As now we'll see if Truz can respond. That was a long from our stat guru, Donnie Moore. SSickend used shotgun on 99% of all offensive snaps during the latter.
And now we see why he has negative rushing yards.
Sometimes it's not a hard math problem to complete. 1st and 10, Vic looking left side. He finds Pruitt and pick up a yard.
Right there, he caught Truzy off his user. You don't want to see a check down when you don't have to, when he's caught on a D lineman.
Truz down 10-7, but plenty of time left in this game. Vic looking to the corner out, looking for Moss.
Let's go.
And
That's why I got
time
Dion.
with the pick, showing up
That's
big in the
why I
fourth
got
quarter.
Dion.
He's got
Who
room on the
questioned
left
why I
side.
got Dion?
25, 20,
Was that
15,
you? You
10,
questioned why I got
5.
Dion.
It is
That's for
prime
you,
time.
baby.
As
That's
what
for
a
you.
defensive play that may have
That's why I
sealed a
got
spot in the Rams final.
And right there, that's a combination of using one of the best and fastest defensive backs in the game. And Truzy, with
go.
pressure in his face, throwing the ball way too early. It's the right read, just at the wrong time.
That's whatever you want, man.
Did I see SSickend do the Iggy Shuffle?
I think he did.
He was dancing. He's pumped. In a game where the offenses haven't been able to put points on the board, the defense making a big play as it's now going from bad to worse. Pollard able to pick that one up.
And now
Almost
it's
gets back to the
huge
25.
turn. That was a strange start to that play, but if he was able to make that man miss, he might have cribbed it.
Look at this one more time, Matt. Looking for that corner out, and as you said, just the timing off.
Yeah, he really changed his play design there from that corner strike setup to more of a deep corner play, and really didn't need to do that.
And once Deion's in open space, he's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's Deion.
So let's see if Truzy sort of fight he still has left in him. He runs it on 1st down and has the longest run of the game so far. Pick up a 5.
And that's the classic throw a pick, run the ball play right there. If you throw a drop pick or you throw a pick, the next play, by law, you have to run the ball. That is a known fact of life and will never change. That was strange.
As he was getting more, I think that was trying to reset the clock to get.
Oh, absolutely. More stamina on defense, I guess.
As what a game we've had so far, and still not over yet. We've seen some wacky things here in the game of Madden NFL 20. 2nd and 5. Truzy dropping back to pass with Vic.
No.
Looking.
Give me
Goes
that.
over the middle.
Give me that.
It was
That's game.
inaccurate.
That's
It was
game.
so
That's
accurate.
game.
It's going the
Yo.
other way.
Yo.
Moore's in open
Yo.
space. Can Glenn make a play? It's going to be Pollard running them down, but the defense coming up huge in the 4th quarter. And SSickend now has firm control of this game.
And that was another play where it's not necessarily the wrong read, but why are you low passing that? He's manned up. You're never going to complete that with a low pass. He might be able to get a rack ag, but why put yourself in that position?
This was a 7-7 ball game at the beginning of the 4th.
Yeah, and then, I mean, we've seen SSickend ran away with it. I mentioned Tyler Lockett's his favorite receiver. Maybe that's what changed it. Maybe he's onto something. But, man, that's just an unfortunate few minutes from Truzy here, and it's just blown this game wide open.
Those games where it's so frustrating. I'm sure you've been there where you feel like you played a good game for 3 quarters, you hung in there, and then it's just a couple plays that swing it the wrong way.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've never been there. You've won every game you've ever played.
Correct.
Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on blast there.
Yeah, no, we have yet to lose ever, actually. And that's actually what my stats show. If you look at my ladder record, I was undefeated on the ladders.
Now 3rd and 15 upcoming for SSickend. Wow, did not use that clock at all.
Yeah, that was a bold choice, but
Didn't get that.
just to talk about me for a second, I am bringing an undefeated record back to the Miami Dolphins, and that's the plan for the rest of this tournament for me. And SSickend kicks his field goal here, but this game is already over on that.
Way to bring it back into the game there. 20-7 SSickend on top.
I would say not to pat myself on the back, but that's exactly what I was doing.
All right. Beast Mode Mac waiting in the wings. When you're in these situations, do you prefer having the first game, or would you have the second game, win that one, and go right into the final?
You know, I really don't care. A lot of people like to have that first game because they get to sit down and watch the second. Some people just like to go straight from the second to the third. Yeah, I really don't care. I'll take what they give me.
1st and 10 for Truz, down by 2 scores.
Moss, he's going to Moss.
And he's looking for Moss over the top. He's got him! But that little sideline animation kept him from taking it to the crib.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but this game's kind of out of reach anyway, so it's hard to feel too bad at this point.
That's still a 2-score game, a touchdown, and who knows what happens with an onside kick as
Where you going?
Vic spin moves Casper, the friendly ghost, and picks up a 1st down.
Man, Casper's such a great tackler. And the plays I've seen him make sometimes, it's really incredible.
Flipping the bunch to the right side, no timeouts remaining for Truz. Vic looking for the wheel route. And White is standing there and says, thank you very much. I want to punch my ticket to the Rams Club final. The 3rd pick here of the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and Truz is just going to quit out at that point. And SSickend should be a great game between him and Beast Mode.
Well, it was a 7-7 ball game through 3. And in the 4th quarter, they renamed Madden NFL 20 to SSickend NFL 20 as it was a dominant 4th quarter performance. And now he will take on Beast Mode Mac for the right to be the Rams representative at the club championships in December. What a performance. Let's take a look at some highlights.